Magandang hapon Pilipinas, nagpapatuloy po ang inyong Philippines Football League 2022-2023 season. Dito po ulit sa lungsod ng Imus sa lalawigan ng Cavite as we bring you our match at hand on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. It is Mendiola FC 1991, the Brave Men once again hosting ito namang Azkals development team who are in search of solidifying their spot in the 5th place in the league standings. Mabuhay Pilipinas, welcome po sa ating live and exclusive broadcast presentation ng inyo pong PFL brought to you by Qatar Airways. Live po tayo sa ating Facebook and YouTube channels. Levi Verora on the call, and in just a short while, of course, we will have the official kick-off as the players have just marched onto the pitch. For now, let us take a look at the starters para sa ating mga kapanan. Let's start with the home team, the Mendiola FC 1991. A lot of changes for them from the last time out against Kaya, owing to the fact that they only have 5 substitutes and a lot of their players are not in uniform for this afternoon. Of course, Henry Bandiken will be the designated goalkeeper for today, and they have once again loaded the midfield. Some of their players will have to adjust and be creative sa ibang posisyon. We still have Alu, we still have Serge Caule right there, Escosora, and of course Aaron Altiche and Jim Ashley Flores there, 1 and 2 pagdating sa mga threats. Let's proceed to the Azkals development team. Only 2 changes for them, as we see on your screens. Of course, Stefan Schrock, the captain, the elder statesman, will of course once again lead this squad. And then it's Schwarzer, De Gracia, Nunez, Jacob Maniti, and Andres Aldeguer. Take a look at Jamie Rosquillo and of course Lawrence Frias. Those are the only 2 changes. Jov Carino, one of the goal scorers against United City, will not be in action this afternoon, as well as Pabualan, and so Frias and Jamie Rosquillo will step up to the plate. And in just a short while, we will have the official kickoff. Mendiola, the Brave Men, de los Hios Valientes, here in Imus, Cavite, in their home ground, wearing black and red. And contrasting are the Azkals development team in white with that familiar pattern in their kits. Glad to have you join us sa ating live stream once again on our Facebook and YouTube platforms. And in just a short while, we will bring you Mendiola FC 1991 and the Azkals development team, 2 teams who are in search of a victory once again. It's been a while since they've received the full 3 points. And we'll see how this match unfolds right before our very eyes. Hope you're all enjoying on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Lovely weather right now here in our venue. And here we go. It is Mendiola and the Azkals development team, ADT, with the first crack of possession here, and it is Jacob Maniti who will get us started. The last time these 2 teams met was back in September 28 at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. And of course, ADT winning that one 3-0. Stefan Schrock was one of the goal scorers along with Jamie Rosquillo and Elwine Dalam. ADT looking to replicate the result of that. But of course, if you're Mendiola FC, it's round number 2. You're playing at home. You want a different result. And it starts right here as we have kicked off opening minutes of our match. Stefan Schrock, though, on the offensive. And that was a serious challenge right away on the part of Mendiola. Aaron Altiche not wanting to give Shraki any bit of leverage doon sa kaliwa. And so it's going to be a set piece right away in the second minute of our match. Dangerous position here just outside of the box for ADT. Against United City FC, they've been attacking for considerable stretches of the first half. An encouraging sign for the young team, which is of course bolstered by the presence of one of the all-time Philippine football greats in player number 17, of course, Stefan Schrock. It's going to be 3 men from Mendiola making up that wall. Maniti, they go quick and they send it right into the box. No connection made, but it's going to be a corner. Last contact made from a player from Mendiola. So the visitors will take the first corner of the match. And obviously we were talking to Coach Giovanni Villagracia just moments earlier. He said they want to claim the 3 points in this contest. Again, a draw against United City, a powerhouse team. Then they lost to Kaya only by 1 goal. That was 1-0. And so you sense that the mood obviously has improved here for the Azkals development team. Another set piece for them early on. See how this materializes. They go to the ground. And not the finest of attempts there to open things up. It's going to be Mendiola possession. After that ball just sails out. Mendiola FC 1991, the last time they were here in Imus, it was a 7-0 defeat at the hands of Kaya FC Iloilo. So if that is your common denominator, obviously ADT played a lot better against Kaya. But it's about giving your opponents a different look here. As clearance made. A bit of an entanglement there. No call, says a referee, as Flores gets the upper hand. Or Altiche rather. Someone's down on the field. I think that's Eric Gallantes. Get some immediate attention. Eric Gallantes, if you have been following his story, he was raised in Scotland and had some stints there for some youth squads. Stefan Schrock and Ashley Flores or Aaron Altiche with some words for each other. Schrock, of course, being the kuya to the younger Azkals, not appreciating what Altiche had done there, as Eric Galantes getting some treatment doon sa ating touchline. Azkals momentarily down to 10 men. Possession kept by Mendiola though. First 5 minutes of action here, and there is no shortage of it right away. Clearance, ADT. Strong challenge by Kaule, and the whistle was blown. Frias as they try to go quick. And now Mendiola on the potential counter. Talarok is dispossessed. And someone's been booked, as looks like that is Stefan Schrock. A yellow card raised by our referee, Chris Mark Nanyola. If you have been hearing the background audio, obviously Stefan Schrock has not stopped talking. And looks like that has already irked itong ating referee, Chris Mark Nanyola, who is assisted by Paul Galicia and Ryan Flores. Our fourth official is Rodney Leble. Oh, a commotion here. Coaching staff of ADT, they are very fired up. Not sure what is going on exactly here. Fourth official, of course, is Rodney Leble. Referee assessor, Ariel Montana. And our match commissioner is Mark Ian Baldo. Oh, it is intense right away. You can just sense how both of these squads want to win, want to secure the 3 points. And now the official is going to discuss what's going to happen here. And ADT coaching staff arguing that play shouldn't have been stopped. Stefan Schrock still making his case to our main referee. As the clock continues to tick away here, we are in about the 7th or 8th minute of the match. We resume the action here. It's Eric Manlapas for Mendiola FC as they take their first set piece in the attacking third. Schwarzer, and whistle is blown. That is not going to be a goal, as Schwarzer and Junior Sam collide in mid-air. Whistle was blown immediately. That is not going to count, obviously. And Julian Schwarzer, he is likewise fired up here, making his own point to the referee. Nevertheless, it's going to be 0-0. Tense moments here to start our match. Such a heated affair right away. And we resume with the ADT getting their crack at the possession. Eric, it's good to see him back on the field. They send it over to the opposite side. That is Amirul. And back to Schwarzer. You wonder if Schwarzer is going to get a call-up, as the AFF Mitsubishi Electric Cup is just around the corner. Schrock sends a long one. That was intended for Cyril South. They will not get the connection. Bola babalik sa Mendiola, who are in search of only their second win. Ang record ng Mendiola dito, as it is a foot race for possession. Flores trying to make that fine run doon sa left flank. Bola mananatili sa panig ng Mendiola. As we mentioned, the home team, 1 win against 9 losses. Good for 3 points. That's still ahead of Maharlika Manila FC. But of course, they will not be satisfied by that. There will be no changes after this contest as far as the league table is concerned. But of course, if you're Mendiola, you just want to pick up the extras 3 points to double your total. Meanwhile, the Azkals development team already with 9 points on the strength of 2 wins and 3 draws. The latest draw, of course, coming against United City FC in Tarlac, doon sa New Clark City Athletics Stadium. They bounced back from a 2-0 disadvantage to salvage the point. Goals from Dov Carino and then Jacob Maniti via penalty. Yun nga lang, Carino is not in action today. Dov Carino, who also scored against Brunei in one of the youth categories. Caule against Aldeguer. They battle for possession and looks like that's going to be won by Aldeguer as Serge Caule nahuli doon, nakakapit doon sa braso ni Andres Aldeguer, one of the forwards here for ADT. It's going to be the second set piece for ADT in a familiar distance. And Alu will send that out. Schrock trying to dance against Altiche. Oh, he is able to turn Fias. But Bandeken, however, ball sails out. Yes. Hindi klaro yung pagkakasalo nito ni Henry Bandeken. Nabitawan and that will be a free corner para sa ADT. Already a dozen minutes have gone by here dito sa ating first half. Such a fast-paced first half, and as you can see, both teams just wanting makauna dito sa ating laro. Schrock delivers. It is dodged away by Bandeken. But on the second ball, Maniti will control. Cross intended for one of his teammates, but Mendiola was there to disrupt. Coach Charles Villarino, itong kanyang koponan, obviously will try a new tactic here. We talked to Serge Caule earlier. That's what they're going to try and execute dito sa ating laro. Again, Mendiola just one win in the season so far. But they got it here, dito sa Imus. That was against Maharlika Manila FC in the first round. Rosquillo will send it back to Julian Schwarzer. They will try to restart the play here. Amirul. They go to Shraki once again, who has been more of a distributor here for the younger Azkals. It's the role, the position that he has embraced here since being part of ADT. So here in the early goings, ADT with the bigger volume of possessions. Galiantes trying to evade the defense of Altiche. So it is even Steven so far in the first half. Good intent by Altiche, but no one from the midfielders picking it up. They go deep into the right. And they will win a corner for that effort. If you saw the United City FC versus ADT match, again in Capas Tarlac, with our partner Claro Manzano on the call, there were very encouraging first half moments on the part of ADT where they were just able to build up. Sabi nga ni Coach Giovanni, just a matter of finishing. But they've had their chances. They created their chances in the first half, particularly of that match. And eventually, in the second half, they were able to string 2 goals. Delivery, and that is the opening goal for the Azkals development team. Just like that, right on cue. ADT, they will strike first here inside the city of Imus grandstand. It's getting confirmation as to who converted. That was a busy area during that time, but great delivery and the touch. That will convert for the Azkals development team as they take a 1-0 advantage here early on. Mendiola, susubukang makabawi. Here's the captain. Ashley Flores will keep possession. Is being pressured by now 2 defenders. Will send it backwards first. Trying to thread that needle, but the defense was there. That was great defending by Amirul. They throw it back into play. They send it over straight into the box, and once again, Camille Amirul was there. Looking to be a counterattack here for the ADT. A through ball to Frias, trying to hit Shraki. And Alu bothers. Gets right into the path of that pass. What a confidence booster that was, the opening goal for the ADT, and they will definitely pounce on that. Trying to thread that needle once again. Amirul very active when it comes to those through balls. Bit of a late call perhaps, but merited, as Aldeguer was caught holding the midsection of Eric Manlapas. Possession will be won back by Mendiola, as they will try to settle here. It's just a 1-goal deficit. Well, we have seen Mendiola fall behind against the stronger teams. It's a matter of responding after conceding the opening goal. Henry Bandigan will oblige on this free kick. ADT will drop. Schwarzer shouting that time, just hold the line. And obviously whatever the strategy for Mendiola, Schwarzer is predicting it in real time. Talarok will lose control. Ball intended for Aldeguer, that is onside. De La Torre. Good effort on the part of the defense. Kaule. Bandiken will get his touch. Sends it over to Wade. Manlapas. It will remain with Mendiola here. Flores. Or Altiche rather. Referee telling Mendiola that it's going to be Richard Talarok who should send it in. And once again, intervening the ADT. And now Shraki has given it to Eric. Play goes on. ADT, they have the numbers here. It's 4 against 3. They send it over to the left flank. It is Frias. And now against 2 defenders. Eventually won back by Mendiola. Good defending on the part of the home side. Preventing further trouble that time around. 21 minutes in. Shraki lobs it inside for Aldeguer, one of their taller players. But Wade was right there also utilizing that height advantage. And Altiche, they have not been successful in threading that needle so far. That ground game for them Basang-basa ng ADT right here. Shraki. Again, the distributor here for ADT. He has embraced that role. He's trying to give every single one of his teammates a fair share of possession and boost their confidence. ADT once again in their attacking third. And they will create an opportunity out of this, no doubt. Nunez. A bit of room here. Here's the 1-2. Oh, that was brilliant. That was great control by Nunez and Aldeguer. They just hit Mendiola with the 1-2. Also terrific job volleying the ball, but the defense, no letting up there for Mendiola. Shraki now in the left flank. Lobs one inside and it is captured by Bandegen. We'll send it over right away to Nebreja. But look at how quick and active the Azkals are. From behind, taking back the possession here. Shraki against Altiche. That has been the matchup. They send it over to Frias once again, weaving past the defense. He will get an attempt, but it is saved by Bandeken. Quality effort by Justin Lawrence Frias. And credit Jacob Maniti as well. What a pass that was to set up Frias. We have talked about how ADT have been smart when it comes to creating their chances on their side of the field. Galeantes. Maniti. Jacob Maniti was, of course, the penalty goal scorer against United City, which gave ADT the point after they drew level at 2 goals each. It was also Maniti who equalized against Maharlika Manila FC for them to salvage again the splitting of the points. So Maniti, a penchant for helping the ADT come back and spoil the party here, as this is a long one, ends up straight with the mitts of Bandeken. Now Mendiola FC, if you're Mendiola, you have had quite a good share of the possessions here. And you just have to build up from those. Just as I say that, Franco De La Torre, Azkals just converging on him. Maniti. Frias will send it to the right side. And Mendiola, they're capable of putting pressure, that's for sure, as they try to complete a stop one moment at a time. Nunez. And finally back to Schwarzer as Mendiola trying to press a little bit more here. Trying to seek the equalizer. And Serge Caule got tripped. The effort paying off here for the home side. It's going to be a second set piece here for Mendiola from that familiar possession. Doon sa bandang gitna ng ating field, they send a long one. And it is captured by Schwarzer. Making an effort for that was Richard Talarok. Had the right thing in mind, but the defense holding their ground. Shraki, good display of skill here against Talarok. And still Shraki, pero walang follow-up on the part of ADT. Manlapas. Galiantes got in the way, but Manlapas tracks it back down. And now the captain, Flores, against De Gracia. Masyado malakas on that touch. Unable to control was Ashley Flores. Of course, Jim Ashley Flores was responsible for their lone victory, itong Mendiola, against Maharlika a few months back here in this very venue. A long ball intended for Shock. Is he onside? Yes, he is. He sends it to the box. Wade will disrupt the plans of ADT. Caule, good. 1-2. Shock and Galantes. But an entanglement there near the goal area. Good effort once again on the part of Wade. Andres Aldeguer and Alasani Wade, more commonly known by his nickname Alu. Again, if you're Mendiola, you just have to stay the course here. You've conceded the opening goal, but you cannot afford to go down by more than that. A 1-goal margin is manageable, and they get a hold of the possession here. Altiche. And not sure what he had in mind that time. Perhaps trying to make the connection to Flores, but Schwarzer was right there to collect. Aldeguer will fall down, but the support was there. Maniti. Back to Truck. And you can still see that superior display of skill from the veteran Stefan Truck as Frias will run out of real estate. Good intention, but way too deep into the box. Goal kick Mendiola FC 1991. Lone win against 9 losses, 10 matches. This is their 11th match of the season as we conclude the second round. Of course, ang inyo pong Philippines Football League brought to you by Qatar Airways will take a short break to give way for the international window. It's an attack here created by Mendiola, but Flores was defended well. Of course, it is World Cup month. Your PFL will take a short break, will resume by next year, of course. We will still have the AFF Mitsubishi Electric Cup. as ADT will once again, Andres Aldeguer trying to take the matter into his own hands. Defense was there. John Aaron Ebreja just ricochets off him. And now they're trying to dance Maniti to the right side this time. Trying to hit that 1-2 once again. It's a dangerous position here for ADT. Deflected into another corner for the men in white. Well, they have been connecting brilliantly on those plays. We've seen those 1-2 several times here in the first half. It's really punishing the defense of Mendiola as we see a player down. It is Serge Caule within proximity of someone who is down for ADT, causing a lull to our corner. It is... Alright, looks like that is Aldeguer. And now he's back up on his feet. Bandiken giving him a pat to the back. And once again, our referee, Chris Mark Nanyola, giving some last minute reminders to our players. And it looks like we are going to resume action with this corner kick from the right side this time. Maniti will deliver some good aerial into that one. Frias gets a touch. Aldeguer. And on the collision, it is finally going to be won back by Mendiola. Alu once again in the thick of things. We continue the action here. Talarok will get a touch. So now Mendiola slowly, steadily getting a fair share of the possession here, as our first half will conclude in about 10-11 minutes. A couple of players once again down on the field. So it's a matter of converting here if you're Mendiola. They have gotten that ball to their side of the field. They're attacking third. They send it right into the box. But Camille Amerul, he just stood his ground, not wanting to give an inch. And now going to a counter perhaps. Shraki finds Aldeguer. But Wade was there to disrupt, and Bandiken eventually will send it out. But a second chance here for ADT. They go to the opposite side. De Gracia to the right side. Rosquillo, you have to love this maturity from the young Azkals. They are taking their time here. Good show of patience. Truck. Will go to the middle of the field. You know, perhaps they're also affected by the slight glare here in our venue. It's almost sunset hour. And of course, the sun's reflection getting into the visual of our players. But now it suddenly ends up with Flores, but not for long. Shraki right there. Nunez. And the ADT will be clever enough to take their time and make something happen out of here. They speed it up, accelerating into the box. It is denied by Bandekenfong. And Wade will clear. However, it ends up with Amirul. They will find Schrock, that is for sure. Schrock lobs it inside. Wade using his head. And someone has been taken down. Serge Caule, I think he knows it. He is booked straight into a yellow. It's going to be a dangerous position here just outside of the box for ADT. 38 minutes. So Stefan Schrock right now. And looks like this is Jacob Maniti. They are talking strategy. It's going to be at least 5 men making up that Mendiola wall. They are not going to leave anything out here to chance. But you know the skill of Shraki as he's going to take this. That one straight into Caule's midsection and finally collected by Bandeken on the rebound. Losing control was Richard Talarok. That was a sorry miss for Mendiola. Could have been an opportunity there to build something from the back line up ahead to their attacking third. And Mendiola, they have only 5 substitutes here. See how that will affect their game plan for today. And aside from that, only Henry Bandekenfong is the available goalkeeper. No Joseph Ceniza, no Mark Pellejo for Mendiola this afternoon. And there is the only shot stopper, Henry Bandeken. ADT, they have controlled possession here for the latter parts of the first half, that's for sure. As we approach the 40th minute of this match. Glad to have you join us once again from our Facebook and YouTube channels. This is your Philippines Football League brought to you by Qatar Airways. Levi Verora on the call as we bring you Mendiola FC 1991 and the Azkals development team live from the city of Imus Grandstand here in the province of Cavite. As things stand, it is 1-0. The visitors on top. ADT with the lead. They send the long one, Shraki. Flag stays down. And last minute defending there from Alu as they will concede another corner yet again for ADT. That run by Shraki paying dividends for the Azkals development team as they once again find themselves in a set piece. Shrock will deliver. Targeting Jamie Rosquillo that time. So lots of time here in the first half. Approaching the 42nd minute of action. Bandiken, it is Amirul who has been very active defensively here in the first half. Have to give him lots of credit here as to why Mendiola has not converted on anything significant yet here throughout the course of the first half. Talarok and Eric Galantes making a difference that time, winning it back and sending it over to the captain. Manlapas threads that needle to the captain, Ashley Flores. Well, Julian Schwarzer will get out of the goal area and pick up that ball. There just seems to be no follow-up for Mendiola. No support here. They have to be encouraged by that at the very least. They're getting to their attacking third. Shraki knew he was offside, and so he just let a Mendiola player touch it first from distance. South just takes it. De La Torre, could be a chance here for Mendiola. Flores, but miscommunication on the part of Flores and John Aaron Nebreja. As Frias will have to collect himself. He was down for a moment, but nothing serious it seems. Just getting confirmation as to how much added time we'll have before the conclusion of the first half. Late call perhaps. Galantes goes down and Altiche couldn't believe it. ADT will take it quickly. Here is Shrock. A through ball for Galantes. What a pass that was, but defense holding their ground so far. Galantes, and now being hounded by two defenders here. Mendiola keeping it in play for now. And good effort on the part of Mendiola's defense. Taule just sends it away. But Nebreja is beat to the ball by some of the younger Azkals here. Looks like there will be 2 minutes of added time before we conclude things in the first half. Again, ADT holding on to this slim 1-0 advantage. A goal in about the 15th, 16th minute for ADT. The only difference of the match so far, Aldeguer perhaps a bit ambitious that time. It's with Eric. That was close, but Wade just tries his best. Schrock, a bit of a nudge. He gets away with the nudge. And now two defenders converging on him. It's still with ADT, able to turn. And the shot is wide for Frias. Testy moments right there for Mendiola. That was a golden opportunity here in the extra time for ADT to try and convert. But Rocky perhaps getting away with the slightest of nudges, just creating space right there. It's a foot race, and the whistle has been blown. Amirul and Flores get entangled, and that is also the halftime whistle. We will sort things when we return, but as it stands, the Azkals development team, they will hold a 1-0 cushion here against Mendiola FC 1991. More PFL action brought to you by Qatar Airways when we return from the city of Imus here in Cavite. Welcome back to the city of Imus Grandstand here in the province of Cavite as we resume second half action sa pagitan po ng Mendiola FC 1991 and the Azkals development team who have once again the first crack at possession dito sa ating second half, and they have a 1-0 advantage after the first 45 minutes. The visitors looking good for their third win. That's the goal they are chasing right now. So not much changes for either. Glad to have you join us for our live broadcast. This exclusive presentation of your Philippines Football League 2022-2023 season, brought to you by Qatar Airways. Levi Verora on the call. Mapapanood niyo po sa ating Facebook and YouTube platforms. Mendiola will try to equalize, that is for sure. And ADT, as it stands, protecting and will try to add on to this 1-0 advantage that they have. The only difference of the match so far, a goal from the early parts of the first half. As that one will not really be of any quality here for ADT. Cyril South. The Azkals will take it back. Frias. Advantage here played by the referee. Schrock trying to evade the defense of Altiche. He does. Inside the area, and finally Wade will make his impact here to open the second half. Amirul, he has come forward for now, as ADT is once again on their attacking side. Inside the box, on the rebound, it is saved, and the header still saved by Bandeken Fong. What an effort from the shot stopper. ADT failing to double their lead just yet. Great goalkeeping from Henry Bandeken as it is percolating into a counterattack here for Mendiola. Will this be the equalizer right here? Oh, terrific defense on the part of ADT. Jaime Rosquillo getting into the way. Back and forth we go here. Schrock sends a cross connection for Aldeguer, and it is cleared. Oh, still ADT. Frias, and finally Alu. Whistle has been blown here as it seems Wade receiving something extra from, looks like that is South. Whistle blown here. We have picked up right where we have left off. Yung intensity ng ating laban is once again off the charts here in the opening moments of the second half. Taala throws it into play. De La Torre being chased by three white shirts. De La Torre Not the finest of touches to send it across. Wade being chased by Aldeguer. Pupunta muna sila kay Escosora. And finally, back to Bandikin. Terrific sequence just plays earlier for Bandikin. 2 saves, denying ADT their second goal. Certainly something Mendiola can take a cue from and build up from. Aldeguer, naku, naiwan yung bola. But possession will stay ADT's way. De Gracia. Caule against Frias. Off balance for a while, and now he weaves past the defense into what looks like an own goal here for Mendiola FC. Nevertheless, credit there for Justin Lawrence Frias, making that run, weaving past the defense, able to collect himself. And it's going to be 2-0 now for the ADT. Just when we thought Mendiola was, of course, going to build from that stop we saw moments earlier, the Azkals development team have doubled their advantage here in the second half. That's going to spell trouble for Mendiola if they don't recover right away. Manlapas to Nebreja, who is a goal scorer back in the bubble season. They go to the opposite side to their captain, Flores. But look at how quick South was to the ball. Flores wins it back against 3. And that is going to be a corner 1 here by Mendiola. Great effort on the part of Jim Ashley Flores. Not giving up on the play. He slid there for a while. It's going to be a corner to be taken from the left side for Mendiola. They're going to leave 2 players doon sa kanilang depensa. And the rest converging here in the penalty area. Here is the delivery by Manlapas. It is cleared right away. It's a foot race for possession. It is won by ADT. And a golden opportunity here. It is 4 against 1. To Andres Aldeguer. Sends an extra pass. Might have been a case of too much unselfishness. They had the numbers. And that just allowed Mendiola to recover. That split second. Easily could have been 3-0 here for the white shirts. Nevertheless, looks like it's going to be another corner 1 by the visitors. Well, Andres Aldeguer, he could have taken that. That is for sure. And now it's going to be Stefan Schrock to deliver this. Lots of aerial. The header, it just goes wide. So Mendiola will survive that offensive. Let's see how the home team responds. Mendiola, they have not played since October 16. They were supposedly scheduled to play Maharlika Manila FC as the visiting team, but of course Typhoon Paeng got in the way of that. Mendiola will keep possession to their side. That one ricochets off an ADT player. South will collect. And back and forth we go here. Aldeguer is stripped. And we are definitely going to see that yellow card being raised. Napati doon si Andres Aldeguer is going to give a set piece for the ADT, although this is quite from distance sa kanilang attacking half. Jacob Maniti sends it straight to Schrock. Here is the lob, and Bandeken will get out of his area to retrieve that ball. Trying to volley that ball. It is with Flores. A good chance. He has pace. But Julian Schwarzer. And you can see the frustration on the part of Jim Ashley Flores. Good control dun sa nagpasa sa kanya. I believe that was Nebreja. And Franco de la Torre. With the challenge on De Gracia. Possession will stay with ADT for now. Amirul. Bola nasa midfield. De Gracia once again to Saut. And Eric Manlapas will get into the path of that ball. As looks like we are going to see a couple of substitutions here for the home side. Teddy Travis and Junior Sam. Serge Caule and John Aaron Nebreja will call it a day for themselves. So Junior Sam now part of the 11 here for Mendiola. That's going to provide them with more firepower, that's for sure. We have seen Junior Sam score, and you know that he can make that run when Mendiola needs him to. Teddy Travis, also a prolific scorer out of high school. Doon sa NCAA Juniors. Part of the action here for Mendiola. Let's see if they can make a difference, as Mendiola obviously needing a couple of goals here to equalize and turn things around. Junior Sam will get his first crack at the ball. Sam will turn. Shraki getting into the picture. And right away, you saw how Junior Sam just tried to attack at the very least itong depensa ng ADT. But right now, it is Frias to the right flank. Cyril South trying to dance. Oh, weaving past the defense. Great display of skill to Nunez, but Stefan Schrock was going the opposite way. Cyril South, you saw the change in direction, and even the fans watching here inside the city of Imus grandstand appreciating that. The Azkals development team, as we all know, are composed of the next generation of national team players. Most of them in their 19 and 20 years of age. De La Torre. Still De La Torre inside the box for Mendiola. But the white shirts were able to recover and fall back. Most of the players here for ADT also part of the Philippine national under-19 football team in the men's side, which competed in the qualification tournament, the AFC Under-20 Asian Cup earlier in the year. So it's no question that these players have chemistry. They have been playing for quite some time now, about 3 months together in the program. And of course, head coach Giovanni Villagracia spearheading. A substitution here for ADT. It's going to be Dennis Chong entering the action. Justin Lawrence Frias. It's going to be the afternoon for him. He has made his impact. Part of that second goal, just that sequence which eventually led to the second goal for ADT, itong si Frias. And he is congratulated by the coaching staff. Deservedly so for player number 77 of ADT, as Junior Sam and Eric Manlapas trying to make that connection doon sa nakaraang play. Nothing materializes for now as the sun continues to set dito sa lungsod ng Imus. We are inside the city of Imus grandstand sa lalawigan ng Cavite, the home field of Mendiola FC 1991. De La Torre. There's a more conscious effort on the part of Mendiola to, of course, create chances as they have fallen down by 2 goals. Sam, will he be able to turn? Changes directions. And we're getting a good look at Dennis Chung right now, who sends it to South once again. Being chased by Taala. South. Some good defending that time by Mendiola. And on the attempt by Dennis Chung, Bandiken will not let him score. Amirul had to climb the ladder just to make sure Junior Sam does not receive that ball. Travis will send a long one, but the ball just ended up in between Flores and Sam, and Amirul was in the thick of things. Jacob Maniti still part of the 11 here. Once again starting for ADT. De Gracia dispossessed by Junior Sam. You can expect that from Sam, who of course right now is, it's safe to say, just the physical difference between yung katawan niya at nitong much younger counterparts niya sa ADT. Will take advantage of that physique. De Gracia. And Bandiken collects. Gallantes heads it over to Schrock, who keeps control of possession here. Sends it inside the box, Aldeguer. But a difficult position for him to cut that ball and create masyado ng malalim into that penalty area. ADT still ahead in this match, the visiting team 2-0. And again, kung maaalala nyo po last September 28 when these two teams met, it was ADT winning over Mendiola. 3-0 yung scoreline ng laban na yon. They are hoping to replicate that result. Mendiola trying to change things and as well as their fortunes around. Just one win after 10 matches. Junior Sam tries his best to stay onside. Handball call. Set piece here earned by Mendiola. Eric Manlapas. Looks like he will take it. He has Richard Talarok to his right. And of course, the rest of his teammates lining up doon sa ating penalty area. ADT decides to form just a two-man wall here. Whistle is blown. Not much aerial into that delivery. And that ball will end up once again with ADT. De Gracia tracked that one down. Nunez sends it over to Schrock. They have the numbers once again. Schrocky to Aldeguer. And getting into the way was Mendiola's backline. Ken Taala with a last-ditch effort. Conceding a corner at that. And that has been the case for Mendiola throughout the course of this match, at least from what we have been seeing. 67 minutes have gone by here. Still lots of time for Mendiola to find one. And on that delivery, they're saying last touch made by a Mendiola player. Looks like Junior Sam. It's going to be a corner for ADT once again. Dito naman sa kabila from the right side, as they try to add on to this margin that they have. The Azkals development team in their 9th match of the season. They've had a couple of matches rescheduled. One against Cebu. They were supposed to fly to Cebu and face off against the Dynamic Herb squad, but it did not materialize for now. It's definitely a good sight to see the likes of Stefan Schrock, just put on a show doon sa Dynamic Herb Sports Complex. That will have to wait. Maniti and Schrock will pick up this ball, as it's going to be a third consecutive corner for the visitors. Mendiola will finally complete the stop. If you were just joining us once again, Junior Sam has been inserted here into the field for Coach Charles Villarino. Dennis Chong surveying. Still ADT. Nunez. De Gracia. That is deflected by Mendiola into the heels of Franco de la Torre. Immediately pressure from ADT. It is a scramble for possession, and a couple of players go down to the field. Dennis Chong. And now someone from Mendiola suffering from cramps. Again, we had mentioned on the top of the coverage that Mendiola only with 5 substitutes available for this contest. A lot of players are not in uniform this afternoon. You have Ken Payusalan, MJ Libre, Jimson Cristal, Kim Min-soo. And now we are seeing the entry of J. Sean Soberano, replacing Aaron Altiche. Third substitution made by Mendiola. And Stefan Truck, he acknowledges that once it unfolded, really. J. Sean Soberano, he just entered the game, and a warm welcome being given there by Stefan Truck to J. Sean Soberano. Credit to Mendiola, they have earned themselves a couple of set pieces here in the second half. Eric Manlapas will once again be designated to distribute this one. So now it's going to be Soberano. Whistle's been blown. Almost a connection made there to Franco de la Torre. Missed opportunity here for Mendiola, as the Azkals will also run out of space. Stefan Truck unable to attend to that ball, which was given by Aldeguer. Had the right thing in mind, but perhaps just a bit ahead of Schrock. Had to come all the way up just to approach that ball. South once again giving us a glimpse. Dangerous times here, and that is goal number 3 for the Azkals development team. They continue to pour it on here. And they have now replicated the result of their first meeting. It is now 3-0 here in Imus. Great chance created by ADT. As we see a couple of substitutions. Elwine Dalam and Lance Loksin have come on in. Looks like that was Harry James Nunez who found the back of the net just moments ago and gave the Azkals development team their third goal of the afternoon. And now it is a commanding lead for them. Alu inside the box. Mendiola FC will score. They take one back. What a response. Injecting life into this match. J. Sean Soberano, the substitute. Just like that. And the margin has been cut down to 2 once again. As we approach the 74th minute mark. Still lots of football there, but what a lovely assist from Alu Wade. That pretty much set up Franco, or rather J. Sean Soberano. But of course the Azkals, Shrocky has won another corner for ADT. Stefan Truck, one of the grizzled veterans in all of Philippine football. He has made his mark internationally. Wade deflects, and it's a foot race for possession. Won by Mendiola. They complete the stop. Let's see if they can capitalize. Soberano. Some pressure there for ADT and they win it back just like that. 75 minutes have gone by. Final 15 minutes of regulation plus added time. Dancing on the right side. They're trying to go for that 1-2. He turns instead. Well, someone's down in the field. And now they will perhaps play advantage here. Junior Sam, the captain, Flores. Back and forth we go here. And this is going to be a ball out. Whistle has been blown. Some medical attention needed here for a Mendiola player. And you know, we kicked off at 4 in the afternoon, and of course when your kickoff time is 4 p.m. that means these players have been here since perhaps 3 o'clock or maybe even at an earlier time. And you know, the weather here has been very sunny, and sometimes that can also take a toll on our players. And nakaka-dehydrate din, of course, ang init ng araw. They are, of course, feeling the effects of that, although the sun has finally set here in the city of Imus. But being just here throughout the entire afternoon, Mendiola will be momentarily down to 10 men. We're also seeing Franco de la Torre receiving some treatment near their technical area. He's getting some ice spray. And again, natitesting talaga dito yung conditioning ng ating mga atleta against the situation, against the venue. You have to be prepared. You have to be ready for whatever the conditions are. We resume the action here. De Gracia. It's going to be retrieved by Locsin. Sends it back to De Gracia once again as he surveys the field. Still De Gracia now inside the box. Mendiola defense doing their best not to give an inch. That will pay off eventually for the home team. And Trock is tagged for a foul here. That will give the opportunity for 2 more substitutes. For Mendiola FC 1991, we have Rederick Fornes, player number 25. Also player number 15, Vince Eric Baito. And that's it. They have used up all of their substitutes here. The allowable is 5, and like what we mentioned earlier, they only have 5 substitutes listed doon sa kanilang listahan for this contest. 3-1 is our score. Glad to have you join us here as we wind down with the action here inside the City of Imus Grandstand in your Philippines Football League. Brought to you by Qatar Airways. Junior Sam is trying his best, and all of a sudden, after that ball just ping-ponged past a couple of ADT players, Vince Eric Baito suddenly found himself in an ideal position outside of the goal area. That was a dangerous moment for ADT. Scramble for possession here. And Junior Sam unable to track that ball down. It's going to be a goal kick for Schwarzer. It's been a while since we have mentioned his name. ADT, they kept the ball to their side for most of the second half. Except, of course, for that goal by Jason Soberano dun sa kanyang pagbawi. Excellent response there from Mendiola, showing that they do not back down from the challenge. That's exactly what they have to do. De Gracia. Lots of space here for Dennis Chung. Yun nga lang, naiwan yung bola. Unable to have the ideal touch. Schrock to the right flank this time around. Able to control. Locsin back to De Gracia. You love the patience of ADT right here. Dalam enters the area. Still Dalam. But he was walking on thin ice that time around. It was collected by Bandakin eventually. Still a 2-goal advantage here for ADT. 82nd minute of play. We have about 8 more minutes. 1-2. They lost control. Junior Sam. Flores directing him. And Julian Schwarzer, a risky approach on that. But he will get to the ball the quickest. That's all that matters for the shot stopper. Flores was directing Sam where to place that ball for the through pass. Nagawa naman ni Sam, but of course Julian Schwarzer just active in reading that play. They go to Dalam once again. The defense was there. Whistle is blown. And ADT will make a couple of more substitutions here. We're going to see the entry of Vince Albert Parpan, and also a change in between the sticks as Julian Schwarzer will call it a day. He is replaced by number 25, Lance Bencio, who for the last remaining minutes will just try to hold his ground there in between the two goalposts. Manlapas. Mendiola still desperately in search of at least a second goal here and try to make a more respectable result out of this. Losing possession, however, that time around. And now Mendiola, as you can see, more actively pressing. But that could spell trouble if they don't recover. They have to be deliberate with this. And great thing, Alu was there. Yan ang iingatan nila, the counter-attack if you're pressing high. And if there is one team capable of that, it's ADT for sure. Inside once again, Dalam. And just brush contact there. Alu waving his fingers as if saying, nope, no penalty. And yes, just little contact. I think it was just a case of Elwine Dalam getting out of balance. Travis, big collision that time. Referees letting them play on. Into a dangerous time. No connection that time around. That was a sorry chance for ADT. Rushing forward on the follow-up was Dennis Chong. And if there is one department that the Azkals development team have dominated in this contest, it's got to be the number of corner kicks that they have received. Schrock with some good English into that one, and that left Bandiken with no choice but to get his fingertips on that ball. Good spin, good curve on the ball from Stefan Schrock. Schrock has been outspoken about, of course, his intention of one day becoming a head coach. And he is starting that, of course, with his duty here with ADT. Although that time Schrock dispossessed. Talarok and Manlapas, hindi nagkaintindihan doon. Another missed opportunity for Mendiola. Oh, Junior Sam, great presence of mind. Will thread the needle to Flores once again. Flores from distance. Junior Sam. That was as close as it could get for Junior Sam. But the decision making there for Lance Bencio pays off. And the keeper will preserve the advantage for ADT. 3-1 as it stands. Schrock still has enough gas left in the tank, at least for this match. Dancing inside the dangerous area, that is saved, but on the rebound, it is in. Oh no, there is no goal, no goal. That is disallowed. Whistle was blown. Bencio out of his area. Sends it away. Whistle has been blown. Another save by Bandiken. But look at ADT continuing to attack a Schrock. And it will be collected by Bandiken as he opted for the ground. Sam. Oh, great touch pass. Here's a run made by Mendiola once again. They send across to the opposite side. Good defending by ADT. Schrock will find Locsin once again. But there is pressure from Fornes. It's been a highly physical contest all throughout. And again, you can't discount the fact that these teams have been in search of the win this afternoon. But as it stands, as we approach extra time, the Azkals development team in a favorable position to take 3 more points and solidify their hold of the 5th spot in the league table. Stefan Schrock has changed sides here. Great control inside the box. And Fornes will do his best to deny the Azkals legend, Manlapas. Still Manlapas. Mendiola, they have strung together some good passes here throughout the second half. 3 minutes of added time just confirmed by our fourth official, Rodney Leble. 3 more minutes for Mendiola to try and take one back. Players scrambling for possession doon sa gitna. Wade. Again, credit to Mendiola, just actively pressing for most parts of the second half. They took one back after ADT had scored goal number 3. And if it wasn't also for that second goal, would have been a different look in this match. As someone is suffering from cramps, looks like that is Jacob Maniti. Hindi halata from his position as he was just standing doon sa bandang midfield, but Shock recognized that and they needed to send the ball out. Jacob Maniti still holding on to that right leg. Shock targets Locsin, but whistle is blown as Shock hits the pitch. They will restart their attack here. And Shock almost got flat-footed as Flores is still making his case to try and find the back of the net here. Mendiola wins it back. They are just trying to inject some more positivity into the foregone conclusion, which is ADT taking this one. Flores from the left side will try to weave past the defense, but there were just too many white shirts as they sent it back to safety. Dennis Chung using his head targeting Locsin. Junior Sam running. Junior Sam, and that will be saved. And that is the final whistle. The Azkals development team, a total team effort to say the least. The cohesive unit will take the full 3 points here as they defeat the home side. 3-1 is the final. The Azkals development team led by Stefan Shock, by Cyril Saut, Jacob Maniti, Dennis Chung, Lawrence Frias, Eric Gallantes, Andres Aldeguer, and the rest of the Azkals development team. They will earn their third win of the long season against Mendiola FC 1991, who were undermanned. And that will conclude our match for this weekend. ADT 3, Mendiola FC 1991 1. On behalf of the entire Philippines Football League, brought to you by Qatar Airways. Once again, this has been Levi Verora on the call. Thank you so much for joining us all from our Facebook and YouTube platforms. Wherever you are, wherever you're from, we will see you at the games.